This conference will now be recorded.
So, Jim, what's going on?
Well, first of all, we should introduce ourselves, right? This is
Yeah.
ANCAN's Blood Cancer Group for December the
7th.
7th.
Hey, I
7th.
get it. When you're retired, you lose track of days. It
Right.
doesn't matter.
Right,
It doesn't matter
2023.
anymore.
So what's going on with, well, I just had my full bloodletting, which I do every month, and I am now up to 17 months on a treatment holiday for the prostate cancer. And
Nice.
my sister Susan, I talked to her a couple of days ago, and she says she is doing very well. She
Right. I
has
talked to her last week.
multiple myeloma, and she's, I guess, doing extremely well, except for the weather out there and the trees happen to falling over in, let's see, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So,
They having big winds?
yes, I had some last month, and there was a couple of the trees happened to go down, although it consumed her car but missed all of the vital parts. But it was essentially the car was entirely covered by the tree, but it didn't hurt it. So that was
It
lucky.
embraced it.
Right. It embraced it. So
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was on a vacation down to Florida for a month. And so I was down there helping out a friend who he has Parkinson's, and the wife just had a heart valve. So here we are helping them out. And it was nice because there is a town just south of Melbourne that is billed as basically some kind of equestrian community. No commercial establishments allowed except for about a 100-acre tree farm. And with lot sizes are from 3 acres up to 200 acres. And there's horses and sheep and goats and turkeys and birds all over the place. And it's
An
a very,
aquarium area.
yes,
It's not Amish, right?
no, it isn't Amish. It's just a bunch of folks that
It's
have
so
a lot of
hippie.
money, I think.
Yeah, really.
And his house is only a mile and a half away from, would you believe, a gigantic hospital. So it happens to make it great on him just in case, so it was
That was very
very
nice of you to go
interesting.
down to help.
Yep. And so I get a lot done for the researching, especially on the veterans aspects. I'm helping out about 4 or 5 of the vets now.
We could put you into the coach mentor team.
Well, actually, I don't know who would actually sponsor me, but I would be interested if I did.
Well, if you had multiple myeloma, well, you could actually, what do you have? I forget besides prostate cancer.
That's enough.
But you don't have a blood cancer now, right?
No. Well, actually, interesting enough, this is interesting enough. At the time I was first told, okay, I did have it, I applied to the VA. And their first iteration was I had the stage 4 prostate cancer, plus I also had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And so I looked it up, especially in the VA world. And the VA says that if you have, I believe, any cancer within your lymph nodes, of which I do 2 of them, big ones, then you've got non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, I don't know if that's still true today, especially or not, but so I kind of qualify, don't I?
Well, Health Tree now is doing all the blood cancers. What they've done for multiple myeloma, they're going to do for CLL, SLL, AML, PV, and they will have coaches for all those as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you may qualify to be a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma coach.
But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know.
Go out to the healthtree.org link
Okay.
and look and see what they say about it.
I will.
Hey,
I
Where
will.
Barbell,
did
how's
you
the
get
winter?
though?
How's the
Oh.
winter? How's the snow?
Then my testosterone has been going up and down. It is finally starting to recover. It would go up, then it would dive, and then it would go up. And so it's starting to recover. So 17 months isn't bad at all. Okay, on a treatment holiday.
Fantastic. Gerald,
Nice.
how are you doing? Besides being pissed off at the tech world. Gerald, are you?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. I hate to say this, but they're tapering me off of the Jacopy, and I'm down to the minimum dosage every other day. And then after probably about 4 months, I'll be off of it, and I'll be off of everything.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, it's been a hard road, but
You have anything else you'd like to say?
no, not really. I mean, I look forward to the meetings with you guys, though. I mean,
Hi, Barbell. Nice seeing you
Hi.
again. I only see you about every 3 days now.
Yeah.
how's winter? You
Uh,
guys got a bunch of
it's
snow.
getting warmer again. The snow is
A bunch of
melting.
snow?
It was 58 degrees here today.
Yeah, it's getting warmer here. It was 15 Fahrenheit, but now it's warmer again.
It's 16.
No, I think it is more.
How is you're sounding much better than you did on Saturday or whatever day it was that we were together.
Well, I guess I'm recovering from COVID.
Yeah. I mean, you sound a lot better.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know what? If you actually went to bed at night instead of coming to these meetings, you might get better faster.
I get enough sleep. That's not the problem.
I didn't sleep at all last night. I get my infusion and, I get 490 milligrams of prednisone. And so I'm awake. I'm just, I take my gummies and then all they do is taste like candy and still don't put me to sleep.
That's right, because it's not legal where you live, right?
The THC is not legal, but the CBD is.
Okay.
So
'Cause
I get the
you were doing
THC,
Delta,
CBD.
weren't you doing Delta? Delta gummies?
No, I do fives. It's called 5 and it's got 5% THC in them and I get them from California.
Oh, okay.
But I'm flying 32 hours to Singapore in 2 weeks and I know I can't take them into Singapore, but I'm hoping they're going to let me take, I'll put them in my vitamin bottle or something because they look like my vitamins. And just so for the first
No,
leg,
no,
32
no.
hours, I can do
No.
it.
No. Don't
Absolutely
do
not.
that because
Nuts. Nuts. You're better
You
off
get
buying them on the
caught,
black market at Singapore.
you're not
than
coming
here.
back. You're not coming back.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, I'll take them
Yeah,
on the plane before I
Singapore
get there.
is really strict.
What was the movie of the guy that tried to smuggle hash into Turkey?
Midnight Express.
Midnight Express. Watch Midnight Express and then and then think about it.
No, there's another movie where,
Singapore is brutal.
yeah, Vince Vaughn comes out in this one. I believe it's called Return to Paradise. And Joaquin Phoenix is also in it. And they go to, I believe, somewhere in Singapore, and one of them gets caught The other two leave, but oh, I'm not going to give the movie away. A great movie though.
It's called Return to Paradise.
Return to, yep.
I'll
You might
look
want
for
to
it.
watch that.
Yeah,
Yes, Sally, watch that
it isn't
before you
worth it.
decide you want to.
They're
So
so
I was
rigid.
only going to take 2 gummies with me so I could take them on the first leg of the flight, the first 32 hours.
Oh, okay. Well,
And then they're going to be inside me.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No, I won't have anything for the trip back because they're exactly 12 hours difference. Because if it's 8:15 here at night, it's 8:15 in the morning. So I've got to sleep on during the day going over so I can at least be coherent when I get there. So Al, how are you doing? You looking good?
Well, thank you. Well, I'm doing okay. I got my second shingles shot yesterday, so today I was pretty much out of it, just run down. My arm's not really sore. It didn't bother me like the first one, but just not with it. And other than that, I have my annual appointment Monday up at Mayo, so we'll see how that goes.
Now, are you
That's the
still
in-person.
taking a cyclovar?
No, I just take hydroxyurea.
No, a cyclovar is for the shingles.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
How long
No,
have you been out? How long have you been good before they give you the shingles? Because I can't wait for the shingles shot. I
My
mean,
doctor said don't take it because I don't have enough immune response to, build a antibody against it. He says if you get the Shingrix and stop a cyclovar, you will get shingles. So I said, okay. I mean, the cyclovar is just 2 pills a day, and I don't have any reactions to them. He says just take it for life. I mean, you will not get shingles.
oh wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. A
Yeah,
lot
my
of
doctor
people
at
in
Mayo,
other support groups say, they get the shingles shot and 3 weeks later they get shingles. So I'm not going to, it's just like the gummies into Singapore. I'm not going to test it.
yeah.
So anyway, Al, I'm sorry for interrupting. So
Oh, that's okay.
you
No,
feeling better tonight?
yeah, I mean, I'm here. Yeah, it's just earlier today, I was just, one of those pretty much on the couch all day. I rarely take naps, and I laid down twice today. But I don't know. Yeah, I just hope I, knock it off tomorrow. But like I said, the first one was worse than this one. So I had my first shot back in July, and they were supposed to send me an email on getting my second one. Well, I went in there for my flu shot, and I asked them, I said, hey, what's going on? I said, I never got an email or any notification about coming in and rescheduling for my second one. And the guy says, well, let's look. And he goes, oh no, he says, you're due. He says, right now's a perfect time. So I ended up getting my flu shot 2 weeks ago. And then I'm got my shingles yesterday, the
Oh,
second
good.
shingles.
But you
But
do, you
yeah,
look more healthy this month than you have in the last couple months. You look
thank
like
you.
you feel
Thank you.
better.
I have good days and bad days, but more better days than bad days. But when I'm feeling good and I get out there and I do something, for instance, I was out there raking the yard the other day and I'm picking up all the dry leaves and, just the garbage and putting them in boxes and throw them in the garbage can. And I got this energy and I can do it, but I just got to pace myself. But the next day I pay for it. It
Me too.
catches up to me.
Yep. Get
I'll
it.
bake bread, one day or cupcakes or something and do all this stuff. And I'm busy. And the next day I'm in bed all day.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's called old age.
No. My brain doesn't admit that.
Yeah, right.
The rest of me does.
And then I don't know when you
Lynn,
guys
can you
get
hear
cramps.
us yet?
I get cramps all the time. I really never really got cramps that often unless I did I don't know, 70, 100-mile bike ride. But I cramp all the time now.
Do you drink pickle juice?
I got, I'll sell it to you. I got boxes of it. It doesn't work. So I
It
have to
works
use this
fine
thing
with
called,
me.
I use this thing called Hot Shot. It's like $50 for 12 doses, but I did it last night. I keep it in my nightstand. And so I go to stretch and all of a sudden my calves and everything just goes into like a Charlie horse scenario. And the hot shot really works, but
What's a
it's
hot shot?
expensive. I've tried, I do magnesium, I do.
What's a hot shot?
Hot shot is basically pepper with something else. And I beta tested this maybe about probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago when they were developing it. It was a Nobel Prize winner and a top pharmacologist. They created this thing and got actually a patent on it. And so I beta tested it, and I really wasn't getting that many cramps other than really, really long rides. So I stocked up on all this stuff, and I had it for years and never really did much with it until I went through this stuff, through the chemotherapy and the stem cell transplant and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, I hate to say it, but I'm cramping like a little girl right now. I mean, it's terrible. So I ride and cramps, and I just did stuff yesterday. I got a snowblower. I had to replace the snowblower and did stuff, and I'm just cramp. And
That's funny
Harold,
because if I get a really bad leg cramp in the middle of the night, I crawl out to the refrigerator, take my jar of pickle, just take one big gulp, and the cramps are gone before I can get back to the bedroom.
yeah, see, I
Wow.
haven't had that luck with the pickle juice. I do the pickle. I had the pickle shots and all that stuff and everything.
No, I
And-
take a
and-
jar of pickles.
Gerald, about how much do you drink a day?
I drink quite a bit because what they did was the doctors came back and told me because I work out. So I rode today. I rode like 30 miles a day, and the deal
That's
is,
amazing.
pardon?
I said, that's amazing.
No, I mean I bet I got 4,500 miles in this year so far of bicycling. But the deal is I drink a lot of water and everything. I've done the magnesium. Magnesium helps a bit, but it's just I think it's a drug interaction or something because I haven't really deviated from my behavior from all the past.
Why don't you
It's
drink
just-
some of the, the electrolyte stuff?
No, I do the noon pills that has electrolytes. I do all that stuff.
Try
But it's
Propel,
just-
it's wonderful. Hi, Lynn, can you hear us now?
He
You're
was
muted.
having, I believe, audio problems. Are you still having it, Lynn?
We can't hear him. So.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mike's
you
on.
can try to come in and out. You can try to leave and come back in.
I hear her, but I don't see her.
Yeah.
Yes, she is like a true Amazon Echo.
Yeah.
Lynn, if you come in and out, you will come
She's
back
just there.
in.
So is
Well,
my mic
and my
working
update
now?
is, my light chains are still
Hello?
a little bit.
Yes, we can hear you, Lynn.
Yes, we can
Oh
hear you.
no!
Lynn.
Oh no!
Oh, we lost him. Oh.
He just left.
Anyway, my light chains are still up, but I'm still on venetoclax, and Kyprolis. And they're actually making me get an infusion the day I fly out. So I'm sending a note to him and say, can I have Benadryl with my infusion this week so I could sleep during the 6 hours? So I can get a jump on my 32 hours. But I'm very excited about going, and
So why are you going?
because I want to.
Okay.
I had a trip planned right before, about a year before I was diagnosed, and the cruise line canceled our reservations 2 weeks before we were supposed to leave after having our deposits for 6 months. They said they'd
How many of
overbooked.
you are you going?
What?
How many of you are you going? You're by yourself?
I cruise a lot by myself. I love it. I've met some
Nice.
wonderful people, and I don't have to worry about somebody else's schedule. I can do what I want to do. And if they want to go look at temples, that's fine. I've had enough of temples and museums. I want to go see the rice paddies and, you know, how the real people live.
Mm-hmm.
And I always book tours by locals. I mean, I book a local to take me around rather than the ship's crew, you know, the excursions from the ships, because those are all sort of canned. And I want to, you know, I want to see something different. I don't want to see what everybody else wants to see. So, and if I don't want to leave my suite for a day and have room service all day, fine. It all depends on how I feel. So, other than that, I'm feeling well. I feel really good. Lynn, how are you doing? We
You
can't
can't.
hear you again.
No, it doesn't work.
Check your volume on
Lips
your
are
mic.
moving.
Check the volume on the mic.
And since we could hear you.
Honestly, I hate Citrix.
Beg your pardon?
I hate Citrix. The meetings are hosted by Citrix. It's just a layer of programming on top of another layer, and you always have problems with it.
Well, you missed Jets and my conversations before all the rest of you got here on how we felt about GoToMeetings.
Yeah, it's terrible. Go to meetings. It's so what they did is they came back and you know, took baling wire and put it on a piece of crap.
Gerald, what did you do in your former life?
What I did is I used to I was in the program management business. So what we would do is we would go into really screwed up program management problems. So I fixed like Verizon, Ameritech.
So you were in software management?
Ford, Chrysler, for screwed up IT efforts where these guys think they're going to create the world. and what happens is you know, it's champagne tastes on beer budgets for stuff. And so what we would do is we would come in, and I represented a military firm. So what we did is they came back and did all of the huge, like Army, Air Force, retrofit programs, all these things. And so I worked with all these Army guys, generals,
So you're a software engineer
in Alexandria, Virginia, and came back and put that into the marketplace for car companies, for telecommunications companies. And so we go in and firefight and fix really screwed up efforts.
Are you a software engineer is what I'm trying to
No,
get to.
hell no. Hell no. I
So-
flunked Visual Basic.
So what were you? I mean, I don't understand.
I was really good at highly technical things, but creating it so that a regular person like management would understand. And so I was kind of the lead guy to go in and start to define and put together how we could fix things for people. And then we put the troops in, the shock troops in. And so we put guys in, heavy duty program management people, specialists and everything. And then I would overall oversee.
You were a program manager.
No, but I did that. I did it very well, but it's the fundamentals of human beings.
It was a human factors. He was a
I've been
fireman.
in computer-aided engineering, crash engineering, all these really high-tech businesses. What I found was these guys were so technical, they couldn't explain anything.
Yeah, they couldn't talk to you.
They needed a mouthpiece to come in and say, no, no, no. What we mean is
You were
yes,
a translator.
you're going through the windshield if you don't do this.
Gerald, anyway, who did you happen to work for? MITRE?
Robbins Joya.
Who?
Robbins Joya. They were one of the largest program management companies. We did all the jail what is it now? Got its
Propelson.
just major
JPL.
I mean, these guys were just they kicked ass. But
Right.
they're all military guys. They had no idea. You want to make a car, you want to make a plane for Boeing, you want to do a telecommunications project. And so it was a fantastic, it was the best master's degree I ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I really look at all this screwed up software and all this stuff, because it's the same thing. If you don't remember history, you're destined to repeat it. And that's what always happens with these guys. And everybody thinks they're going to get the next silver bullet and it's going to magically happen. The power of magical thinking.
AI will solve
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
TQM, remember
Yeah,
that?
right. Total quality management and everything.
Management,
Absolutely.
yeah.
That was going to solve it and everything.
Artificial intelligence. If you
I
really want to
hated
see
TQM.
artificial intelligence, look at my management, right?
Right.
As artificial as it comes.
And the problem is that's why I went into program management, was because the deal is if you actually told people what was actually going on, you'd never
Right.
get promoted and everything. So what they always wanted to do is hire a sheriff. So I was kind of the lead hiring sheriff guy that would bring in the deputies and stuff to
He
put
was a fixer.
discipline into a process, because the deal is everybody lies and cheats and does stuff. But if you lay everything out and you come back and say, if you do this, you're going to screw this up over here. Once all that stuff comes out, the bullshit ends, and you really get a resolution on stuff. It was a great, this is an excellent career. I loved it.
So is my
Can we
microphone
hear you,
still not
Lynn, yet?
working?
Oh,
There we
Is it
go.
working?
you hear Lynn.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. It keeps
Yay!
it keeps giving me trouble. If it does it again, I'll go switch computers.
No, we can hear you fine. So how are you doing?
Okay, let's see. Oh, I just last week or the week before um, saw my primary care physician, which meant that I've got a CBC, I got the PSA, I got a liver function profile. Anyway, everything looks good.
Fantastic.
Um, the blood counts are in normal range, and I've been off of my medication. I'm off of ibrutinib. I've been off of it since March, so this is 9 months, and all the counts are in normal range. Um, and Jim, my PSA is 0.9, so so far no problems with the prostate other than just being enlarged.
Well, wait a minute. It's 0.9 and you have a large prostate, which means that you
BNP,
don't generate much of the PSA because it's 0.9. That is extremely low. So the thing that you ought to be aware of is then, okay, incremental increases over time. That's how come it is said to get the test every 6 months and to look at
okay,
increases over time. If it goes up anywhere over zero point 0.2 a year, or actually point 0.2 to 0.3, be concerned. Like, okay, if it happened to jump to 1.4, you'd say, well, geez, that's low. That would be a sort of a concern. But anyway,
So Jim,
well,
what
I'll
you're
go
saying
back
is
and
you
look,
have
but
a
I think it went down. I
baseline.
think it went down from the year before by a tenth.
well, it can go down because there are certain things which the doctors don't tell you that can then and we artificially drop your number. Like if you are overweight, like me, anyway, I was, according to a study, I was technically obese. I was about 5'9", 205. It dropped at 16%. I was taking cholesterol drug, right? Dropped at 13%. I was taking aspirin. It dropped at 3%. I had taken a Tylenol, and with the night before, it dropped at 5%. So if you add 3, 13, 16, and 5, a 3.2, which looks okay, is not okay. The doctors are not aware of this. Trust me. I have a paper that I wrote. I've got 7 pages of things that can screw it up. So,
You should send that to him to see if he's
yeah,
on that.
I can. I will put my
Because the deal is,
email,
you're right.
okay, within the chat.
Because what you're saying is you could have an artificially low baseline,
Yes.
but the deal is if it increases or decreases, if it increases, then you got issues. But if it decreases, it could be a false effect.
Well, actually, me in 2015, I had a 5. And in late 2016, I had a 3.2. It doesn't go down. Okay. And so the thing that happens is that provided you have a large one, they say, well, any increase is caused because it is growing, which is actually true. But but actually it could be growing and you have a lesion in there. So they say, and when you get the test, every year or 2 years, no, you get it every 6 months. So it's quite interesting. And I did a study on it for close to a year because I felt wonderful. No symptoms, the exercising on the bike every day, volunteering, everything, and all of a sudden it was like surprise. And I was like, what? I've got what? Stage 4 terminal
Well, Jim,
prostate
I've got a
cancer?
question for you
Yeah,
because in the thyroid cancer community, we have to fast from certain drugs and
right,
supplements and other stuff because we can have totally false results. Is that the
right.
same with like PSA testing as well?
No. Well, actually, no, but the thing I do as then a matter of course, any blood test I get, I will fast, no matter what it is. Even if they say you do not have to do it, I will always fast
How
because
long?
I want
Just
one,
overnight.
yeah, stream of it. But yes, it can happen. And the thing is, you can also screw it up high. In other words, it can then artificially be jumped up by great numbers, and the doctors get concerned. Okay, and they happen to give you a CT scans, MRIs. They look at it and they don't find anything, and they blame the test. Well, it isn't the test, it's the fact that you screwed the blood up. And as I said, I've got the stuff that will screw it up high and the stuff that will screw it up low. So the catch is, provided that you're on a drug that you are taking and you can't stop it, at least you'll know, okay, how much it is, you know, dropping the number. So you can adjust it or adjust your real number to then understand it. Oh yeah, that was a shock, and boy, I was like amazed at the number of things that can mess it up. Although the interesting one is, provided you happen to mess it up high and you also happen to mess it up low, how do you adjust it? So
So
it
what you're
is
saying is
available.
you don't take
Everything
the
I got.
drugs. You don't take the drugs then. So when you fast, what you do is you fast on everything. You don't take any of the meds or
No,
anything
no,
when you
no,
do the
no,
blood test,
no.
right?
I
No, no
take the
food.
meds. Food. It's strictly fasting for food.
Okay. But so how does that work with the drug interactions then? I don't understand.
Well, actually, it isn't the drug. Well,
It's the
it isn't.
testing,
It is the
Gerald.
testing process. It's just a thing I do to keep things relatively the same because you might have a food interaction of something. So I sort of keep that, although I still happen to take drugs. Okay, I take the drugs I take.
So that
So
you're
anyway,
saying you have a baseline.
Yes.
I did send the blood work to my oncologist at UT Southwest Dallas, and he said it looks good to him, and I will see him in March. And in the meantime, I'll share the PSA with my urologist and discuss that upcoming. And Jim, I did capture your email address, and I'll send you an
Okay,
email
now
when our
a
call's
thing
over.
I suggest you do on the urologist, just out of the sky blue, ask them, how many ways can I screw up the test? And there are a number of them which are extreme, which they do say, like you are not supposed to have sex, okay, for about 3 days, any form of it, or you shouldn't ride a horse or a bicycle or something like that.
How about
But,
Bronco? How about a
huh?
bull, ride a bull?
Right, a bull.
Yeah, I'm
But
down
the
here in
thing,
Texas. How about wash dishes, take out the trash, mow the
well, I don't
grass?
know about those. Anyway, I didn't find them, although
As long as you don't ride the trash.
they are generally not that well on the drugs, except for the drug that you take that will shrink and with the prostate, finasteride or something like that. There's about 3 or 4 of them. And provided you take that drug, your number is cut in half and we artificially for those drugs. And they do understand that. But as I said, there is a number of things I found. It's about 6 to 7 pages of things I found. It was amazing.
You said no sex for 3 days?
Yep,
Oh my goodness.
not supposed to.
Well, I hope
You can't take matters into your
somebody
own.
that I hope somebody doesn't get upset about that here.
Well,
You can wash more
generally,
dishes.
generally they don't tell you that. So if you do, it could be then okay, artificially high, but they don't even ask you, okay, if you did. I don't think I have ever had a doctor or a nurse tell me the things I should not do in the entire time. And in fact, of the guys I've talked to, I only happen to bump into one guy in the Amtrak train station. I was talking to him, and I happened to mention that, and he knew all of them. And I'm going, where? Holy smokes, where are you treated? He was being seen at Massachusetts General Hospital, and he was up on all of them. It was amazing. But he's it.
Hi, Joe. Hi,
Hello.
Peg.
Hey, we
Glad
missed
you could
it.
join us.
Sounds like we missed something important.
They were talking about prostate cancer.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
But you're
I'm
on the right call.
really involved in that one.
This is blood cancer.
We're on the
How are you guys doing?
We're doing
pretty
well.
good. Sorry we were late. We were on another call.
Not a problem. We're just chit-chatting.
Okay.
And Joe
Oh,
created a fabulous Aurora Borealis last night at the art class. I just want to brag on that a little bit. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
are you going to show pictures?
No.
Miss A, are you going to show pictures from the class?
We
Joe?
are still getting them in. We have a lot of people who are still doing that, but they will be everywhere. We're about to post them, so stay tuned. Great class.
We're going to have a gallery showing or something?
Yes, the gallery, it's very exclusive.
Well, does anybody else have anything to say? This is really early, but we haven't got a whole lot to talk about today. Everybody's feeling good. Joe, aren't you feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
It
Oh,
looks like
good.
you got a great dinner there.
Well, it's a head of lettuce, $1,000 dressing,
Rabbit food.
and some potato pancakes.
Hey, all right.
Ooh, with a
Applesauce?
little
too?
applesauce on
So your
Yeah.
appetite's improved. Your appetite's improved.
It has improved. And I miss my dinner talking to other people.
Potato pancakes, is that a German delicacy?
Yeah, it's a lock here.
Yeah, you eat it with sour cream and applesauce.
Well, applesauce, not the sour cream, but
Oh, sour cream on them is good.
well, yeah, but that's, you know,
Personal preference.
Exactly. Some people eat them with ketchup.
Ooh,
It's
that's
just
hash
like,
browns.
just hash browns.
I like what do they call them? Baby Dutch pancakes, the ones that puff up in the oven and you can put fresh fruit on them.
I've got a recipe where you take Honeycrisp apples and cook them in brown sugar,
Uh-huh.
oh,
and
yeah.
pour the Dutch baby on top of it and put it in the oven. You'll die for it. I mean, I got it out. I think the New York Times had it on Dutch apple babies. And
I
I'll tell you
love
what, I love
Honeycrisp apples.
I love the Dutch babies. I
Yeah.
mean,
When it's
but
ugly
every time
outside,
they
that's
start,
my comfort food of choice is make a Dutch apple baby, a Dutch baby or whatever they call them. And they're even good with just powdered sugar and lemon.
yes.
That making me hungry.
That's good.
You know, it's so easy. I mean, it's amazing. You can do it all in a little container.
Mhm.
I mean, it's amazing how easy it is.
You know, if you let your batter sit for half an hour before
Right,
you cook
exactly.
it,
Yes,
that's the secret of making it
agreed.
really puff up.
Agreed. And you blend it up real good and then let it sit for like 20 minutes to a half an hour and you're in heaven.
Yeah, just like crepe batter.
Well,
Well,
and
I hate to say this, but
pretty-
I think Al and Lynn can take over because I have to make 24 cookies before tomorrow morning.
uh-oh.
And it is now 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So
Almost.
Alexa, I have to leave and I have to make these cookies.
Sure. And we can, is there anything else
Alexa,
that
stop.
didn't cover that you'd like to share?
What's going on with this guy?
I already asked that question a minute ago.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good too.
I'm good.
Quite good.
Well, we could just wave goodbye to Sally and go with her.
Yes. Yep,
Bye.
that's what I was thinking. If everybody's good, then we've had a great meeting and we've had a great time touching base. So good night, everybody.
Good
Happy
night.
Hanukkah if you
And everybody have a
celebrate.
good holiday,
Yeah, happy
Yes,
Merry
right?
Christmas to
'Cause, I
all.
mean, it won't be till January, right?
right.
That's right. See you all next year.
Bye.
Have a happy new year.